Hey folks, Mr. Wismer back. We are going to make your Google form for Project 1. So let's just get there. Okay, so under Project 1, your job is to use Google Forms to create a survey. Now, you've already taken some survey questions and some quizzes in class 1 and 2, right? So you've done the Googling, you've looked those questions up. You're going to make your own quiz for your classmates to take. So you have to think about what sort of questions are your classmates going to be able to answer, and how are you going to ask those questions. You'll have a total of 10 questions. 7 will be forced choice, so like true, false, multiple choice, and 3 will be fill in the blank or open-ended. And it looks like Carl is joining us for the videotaping here today. Thanks, Carl. All right, so the object is for you to, as a teacher or now that you're a pro in searching, to be able to demonstrate your ability to understand this type of questions you'd be able to ask. All right, you're going to be graded based on your ability to put together the form in a logical, realistic sort of manner, and also, of course, grammar and spelling, that sort of thing. So let me show you how to make your Google form. Let's go to, here we go. You're going to go to your Google Drive. Okay, and that's off of the apps launcher, the one that looks like a little waffle here from your Gmail. So go from your Gmail and then go to Google Drive, the little triangle dude here. Once you're in your Drive, go to New, drop down the More button, and go to Forms. All right, so this is what the Forms looks like initially. Mine, if you remember, was a little bit different color, but pretty much looks just like this. We're going to title this Project 1 dash Mr. Wismer. Instead of Mr. Wismer, put your name. Okay, so let's do that. You notice that when I click up here, whatever fills up below there to up here is going to fill in. So that's cool. In the form description, let's put in Project 1 quiz from Mr. Wismer. Put your name there, not mine. Please answer the 10 questions below. All right, let me show you how this works. It's pretty simple. So you've got a sample question already built in here, and if you just click on it, it'll pop right up. And you notice a few things right off the bat. You can drop in an image if you want. Okay, so if there's a question that's based off of image, like where can I find this flower, or what type of tree is this, or something like that, right? You could drop that image in and link that to the question. Let's make this first question a forced choice question, like true, false, multiple choice. So we're going to do number 1, so let's number our questions. And let's do what is the square root of 356, right? Now, if we wanted that to be multiple choice, that's really not a multiple choice question. So we'll have to adjust that here for a little bit, but we need to make sure that we know the right answer. What is the square root of 356? So we're going to Google that. Here's our answer, 18.8. Okay, so we'll go back to our form. And we know that we want to make a multiple choice question. So in this case, we could do 20.3, 17.9, what is it, 18.8, I think is the right answer. Let me go back and look. Yep, 18.8. And then we'll throw another one in there and do 30.7. Okay. We have an option to make this a required question or not. That's up to you. I usually like to make those required, which means they have to answer those questions. And then that's it. Let's say we wanted to make this true false. Well, then all we'd have to do is just change this to say we leave this multiple choice again. And instead of saying what is the square root of 356, we would just go and we would say the square root of 356 is 18.8, and we would do true or false. And we can delete the rest of these. Okay, so now we get a true false versus versus a multiple choice question. Well, they're technically both multiple choice. Newsflash, a little pro tip here. Make sure that you are for multiple choice, you are either using multiple choice or drop down. Don't use checkboxes. Checkboxes is like check all that apply, which means you could have multiple answers. That would never work on a true false question because a true question cannot be true or false. That'd be difficult. So don't do that. Okay, let's say that we want to ask a question that is open-ended. So let's click on the little plus button and we have the ability to add a question. Okay, question 2, we'll say who is the lead singer of the, oh, here's a tricky one. Who is the lead singer of the Who? They're a rock and roll band. If you don't know who they are, oh my gosh, look them up. So let's look this up. Who is the lead singer of the Who? And boy, if we dig this into this, well, the answer is Roger Daltrey. We'd sort of dig into that sort of thing. So you'd have to dig into it a little bit. Pete Townsend is on there. You know, you could ask a question. This one is actually a little tricky because a couple of them both sing. Gotta be careful of those questions. Make sure that they can only find one answer. And then we change this to short answer because it is just that, a short answer. If you have something that's a little bit longer than a short answer, switch to paragraph, in which case then they can have more space to type. Okay? So that's up to you. So let's just say that we've got all of our questions done. We've got 7 forced choice questions like true, false, or multiple choice. And then we've got 3 open-ended questions. So those would be either paragraph or short answer. So we got paragraph or short answer. Okay. There's some other ones in here that you could say like what date was something that happened on, that sort of thing. That's possible too. Those are things you can kind of dig into if you'd like. When we're done, there's a little eyeball here up at the top. You can click on the eyeball, and that's what our survey looks like. And this link up here is what you're going to copy and paste and turn into Google Classroom, but you're also going to send that out to your classmates so they can take your test. Yes, you're going to have your classmates take your test, and you are going to take your tests of your classmates, right? So that's how it's that's cool. So this opens up a new tab. We'll close that tab, go back to the original one. A couple other things we need to make sure we do. Click on the little gear box here. Let's make sure we click on collect email addresses because you want to know who said what, right? As long as we're within our school district, we can collect those email addresses. We don't have to ask their names. That's pretty awesome. Okay, then we hit save. And then, you know what? Not a big fan of purple. Kind of reminds me of the Minnesota Vikings. I really don't care for those guys. Let's make it prettier. You can choose a different color. So let's say, hey, orange, that's cool. Or, even better, you can go down to this little guy. And there's all sorts of illustrations and parties or just kids. There's all sorts of different ones you could put in here of different things. You can even upload one from online. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to choose this one. That looks really nice. It's even a GIF. It's animated. So that's what your final one is going to look like. In class, I'm going to take some time to show you all how to collect responses. They're all going to show up under the response tab so you can see who turned in what and what their scores are and let them know how they did, that sort of thing. So you're going to make your quiz, 10 questions, 7 are forced choice, so true, false, multiple choice, stuff like that, and 3 are open-ended, so paragraph or short answers. Make sure you know the right answer before you ask it and test all your questions. Okay, that's really important. And then click on the eyeball, grab this live link. That link is what you're going to turn into Google Classroom and send as an email to 10 of your friends in the class. Got it? Awesome. Have a great day.